Alright, students, let's go ahead and now revise the next chapter. The next chapter is returns. Everyone, let's take a quick linking and then we'll go ahead and continue. We started learning GST with goods or service. Goods or service has to be supplied. Supply can be either interstate or supply can be either intrastate. Interstate supply, IGST will be levied. Intrastate, CGST will be levied. Once GST is levied, GST has to be collected and paid by a taxable person. He will calculate GST. GST is equal to value into rate of tax. Once you know the value, you will prepare the tax invoice, credit note, debit note, and delivery challan. Once you go ahead and prepare the tax invoice, you will maintain your accounts and you will send the goods to the other person with the help of a eBay bill. Now your liability to pay will come. Liability to pay comes at the time of supply. You will use your input tax credit. Remaining amount you will make the payment. Now all this information that sir, this was my liability, this was the amount I used at ITC, this is the payment amount, you will have to go ahead and inform all these things to the government with the help of a return. Right everyone? Return chapter may will be going ahead and learning section number 37, which will be going ahead and telling about outward supplies ka detail. 38 is inward supplies ka detail. 39 is your monthly return. 40 is your first return which is there. Then section number 41 is provisional ITC. 42 and 43 is not applicable. 44 is annual return. 45 final return, and 46 which is there. 46 is what? Sir, 46 is non-filer score. Notice is given in GSTR 3A to file the returns within 15 days, and 47 is your late fee, and 48 is your GST practitioner. Let's go ahead and start understanding everyone over here. Whenever a person becomes liable, he will have to go ahead and file. Whenever a person becomes liable, it means he is a taxable person. He should go ahead and apply within 30 days. If he goes in and applies within 30 days and registration is granted, registration will become effective from the date you become liable. Between here to here, whatever supplies you have done, you have to go ahead and issue a revised tax invoice, and all the details have to be disclosed in the first return, which is 40. Which is filed under section number 40, your first return. However, practically first return ka concept is not there. Theoretically it is there, which says that the very first return which you go ahead and file, in that from the taxable person to the registered person, whatever supplies you have done, that should also be included. Now what will you start? You will go ahead and start filing your regular returns, which are GSTR 1 and GSTR 2 doesn't go, and there is GSTR 3B, 4 and 5. All these are your monthly returns under section number 39. You will keep filing your monthly returns, monthly return. One day you got tired and you told, okay sir, okay no, for 1 year, whatever monthly returns and GSTR 1, GSTR 3B, etc. you have filed, all the details you have to go ahead and give for a year in the annual return, which is to be filed by 31st of December. Right everyone? Annual return is GSTR 9 and 9A. Along with that, you have to give self-certified copy reconciliation statement if the turnover is greater than 5 crore rupees. Are we clear everyone? Earlier, what was they had gone ahead and told everyone, listen, for the year 17-18, 18-19, 19-20, annual return was made optional if your turnover is less than equal to 2 crore, and for 2021, registered person with aggregate turnover up to 2 crore were exempted from filing annual return. It means for 17-18, 18-19, 19-20 and 2021, they have gone ahead and told if your turnover is up to 2 crore rupees, annual return is not required. Yes sir. Sir, for 21-22, have they gone ahead and told anything? No sir. It means every registered person is required to go ahead and file their annual return without any limit. Every registered person is required, because this exemption was only given for 17-18, 18-19, 19-20 and 20-21. Then sir, annual return along with the annual return, you have to give self-certified reconciliation statement, because audit requirement from a chartered accountant has been deleted under section number 35(5), where it was told that you have to get your audit done if your turnover exceeds 2 crore. That audit requirement is done away with, and hence now you have to furnish one self-certified reconciliation statement only if your turnover is greater than 5 crore rupees. Right everyone? And this section of annual return is not applicable to the Department of Central Government, State Government, where books or local authority where books of accounts are audited by C&AG or auditor appointed under their law. Now, you kept on filing monthly return, annual return, monthly return, annual return. You got tired and you told, sir, I want to discontinue my business and cancel my registration, then your cancellation proceedings will start and registration will be suspended. Then once the date of cancellation, once the order has come, or from the date of cancellation, whichever is later, within 3 months, you will have to go ahead and furnish your section number 45 May final return, which is GSTR 10. Within how many days? 3 months after making all the tax ka payment. Now, sir, what is the return? Everyone always remember one thing: supplier will go ahead and file his GSTR 1, where he will go ahead and disclose all the details, and it will come in your GSTR 2A. GSTR 2A which is there, GSTR 2A which is there. From the GSTR 2A, 2B is created, and 2B may whatever details are there, you will have to go ahead and take the input tax credit. Are we clear, everyone? But now government have gone ahead and introduced Qrmp scheme, where government have gone ahead and told that under Qrmp scheme, the person will not go ahead and file GSTR 1. He will go ahead for first 2 months of the quarter, he will do IFS, and for the last quarter, he will do GSTR 1. So let's go ahead and first understand what is Qrmp scheme, right, everyone? Quarterly return but monthly payment means you can file your returns quarterly, but payment has to be done monthly. It means GSTR 1 and GSTR 3B you can file quarterly, but monthly payment has to be done. Everyone, over here, government went ahead and introduced Qrmp scheme on 1st January 2021, and government went ahead and told if your turnover in 1920, if you are a registered person other than OIDR, and your turnover which is calculated by the portal automatically is less than equal to 5 crore, then you are eligible for quarterly return monthly payment scheme from the 1st of January 2021. Government told who is eligible, everyone. If you are a person whose aggregate turnover in 1920 is less than equal to 5 crore and you have furnished your October 2020 ka return by November 2020, means 1st January से the scheme was introduced, so October month का return if you are furnished by November 30th of November, then they are telling you will be migrated to Qrmp scheme automatically, otherwise you will not be migrated. You will have to go ahead and opt for Qrmp scheme yourself. Sir, auto migration was done. Sir, auto migration, always remember, for the first quarter only auto migration was done. So they are going ahead and telling if your turnover is up to 1.5 crore, then GSTR 1 was already quarterly. Qrmp scheme में GSTR 1 as well as GSTR 3B also was made quarterly, but GSTR 3B will be given to you quarterly. Basically, quarterly scheme will be given to you based on, they will go ahead and auto migrate to you based on your GSTR 1 ka status. So they are going ahead and telling if you are opted for GSTR 1 quarterly, Qrmp scheme will be given to you. Sir, if your turnover is up to 1.5 crore and you did not opt for GSTR 1 quarterly, means monthly GSTR 1, then monthly GSTR 3B also. If your turnover is greater than 1.5 crore up to 5 crore rupees and you are going ahead and filing GSTR 1 monthly, Qrmp scheme was given to you. This was auto migration option which was available. Are we clear, everyone? Then, sir, for the first quarter, January, February, March, if you are under Qrmp scheme, always remember one thing: Qrmp scheme is available GST and wise, and option exercise 1 shall continue unless it is revised. Now this quarter you are under Qrmp, next quarter you will be under Qrmp, again next quarter you are under Qrmp, but supposingly one fine day you cross 5 crore rupees, in that quarter in which you cross 5 crore you will be eligible, but the next quarter onwards or the next year onwards you are ineligible. Are we clear, everyone? Sir, if I am not given an auto Qrmp option, how do I go ahead and take Qrmp scheme? They went ahead and told rule number 61A goes ahead and tells you that how to go ahead and opt for Qrmp scheme. If you want Qrmp for a quarter, 2 months prior or 1 month after the starting of the quarter, you can opt online for Qrmp scheme. So April, May, June ke liye if you want Qrmp scheme, you can apply 2 months prior, that is 1st of February, till the last date of April, that is till 30th of April, you will have the option open online. You can go and opt for the quarter April, May, June ke liye Qrmp scheme 2 months prior for every quarter whenever you want to opt. Once opted, it will continue unless you become ineligible. But if you want to opt for a quarter, how to opt, everyone? 2 months prior you have to go online and opt, or 1 month later after the starting of the quarter, means till the first month of the quarter you can go ahead and opt for Qrmp scheme. Always remember, everyone, whenever it is Qrmp scheme, you are going to make the tax ka payment quarterly. Sorry, sir, return you are going to file quarterly, but payment has to be done monthly. Everyone, over here, for an example, April, May, June ke liye you have gone ahead and opted for QRMP scheme where you will be going ahead and filing your GSTR 1 and GSTR 3B quarterly. GSTR 1 ka discussion I'll do later, but GSTR 3B, if you are going to file quarterly, then always remember one thing, you will have to go ahead and file the return on 22nd or 24th, that is on quarterly basis. But you will have to make payment monthly, which is for the month of April, you will make by 25th of next month, which is 25th of May, and for the month of May, you will make by 25th of June, and for the whole quarter, if any other amount is pending, you will have to go ahead and pay by what date? 22nd is for southern part of India, lower part of India, and 22nd is for the upper part of India. They have gone ahead and given the due date. Are we clear, everyone? Sir, how do I make the payment? Because when I am going to file my return quarterly, I will do calculation also quarterly. So government went ahead and told, for an example, April, May, June ka quarter ka you are talking about, then before this quarter, if you are going ahead and opting for quarterly scheme, if you are opted for what? Quarterly payment but monthly payment, quarterly return but monthly payment, if you have opted for the previous quarter, then whatever you had paid in the previous quarter using your cash, of that 35% has to be paid in the first month, second month ke liye 35%, and the balance has to be paid later. Right, everyone? So they have gone ahead and given you two options. They are telling you pay by 25th, and the differential pay when you are filing your GSTR 3B. When you are going ahead and paying on 25th, you have to make monthly payment, right, everyone? Please consider your e-cash ledger, e-credit ledger before going ahead and making the payment. Payment can be done on fixed sum basis. That is, if the last quarter you had gone ahead and opted for QRMP scheme, made the payment QRMP basis pay, then whatever you had paid, of that 35% of the GST paid in the previous quarter using cash, 35% of the GST paid using cash, and the differential amount has to be paid when you are filing your GSTR 3B. Actual calculation to be done, 35%, whatever you have paid deducted, remaining amount you have to go ahead and make the payment. Always remember, when you are going ahead and following this 35% scheme, you don't have to go ahead and pay any interest at the time of filing your GSTR 3B, except if you have not made the payments on the due dates, right, everyone? If you don't make the payment on due date, then you will have to pay interest. Otherwise, even if there is any shortfall, no interest shall be payable. Any tax, unpaid or short paid interest at the rate 18% if differential is not paid within the due date. Sir, for an example, last quarter I was under monthly scheme. I am new to QRMP scheme. In that scenario, last month, whatever you had gone ahead and paid, of that 100% to be paid, 100% to be paid, right, everyone? Then, if you are basically new to QRMP and the differential amount can be paid at the time of filing GSTR 3B, remember always, no interest is to be paid if you have gone ahead and paid the amounts on due dates. However, if you have not paid the amounts on due date, then you will have to go ahead and pay interest for the delay in payment. Everyone, over here I have given one example. If supposingly tax paid in the previous quarter was 100, 550, of this 35%, 35%, and 35% has to be paid, right, everyone? If previous quarter you had gone ahead and opted for monthly, you are going ahead and paying taxes monthly. So previous month you have to see, of this quarter previous month has to be seen, because previous month you are paying monthly return, you are filing monthly return only. So whatever tax was paid in cash, of that 100% has to be paid, right, everyone? Now, sir, I will not go ahead and opt for this 35% or 100%. I will actually calculate the liability and pay. Then that is self-assessment method. Pay the actual tax liability, but remember always, any differential amount will be recovered along with interest, right, everyone? So this was quarterly return, quarterly GSTR 3B, and quarterly payment monthly, right, everyone? 25th, and 22nd or 24th. Now listen to me very carefully. GSTR 3B you understood. Now what about GSTR 1? Sir, you can go ahead. Everyone over here, listen to me very carefully. If you are a person who is not under QRMP, you will go ahead and file your GSTR 1 monthly by 11th. The front party will go ahead and get all the details of the debit note and invoices which you have gone ahead and disclosed. The front party will get GSTR 2A and it will go to his GSTR 2B on 14th, and he will be able to take the credit on the basis of GSTR 2B. Remember one thing always, only what is appearing in your GSTR 2B, you will be able to take the credit as per rule number 36 sub rule 4, which is amended now. Only if something has been told in the GSTR 1 by a person and it is appearing in your GSTR 2B, you will be able to take the credit. Now these people who are going for monthly GSTR 3B, their due date is next month ka 20th. Now sir, people can also go for quarterly GSTR 3B. What is quarterly GSTR 3B? If a person is going for quarterly GSTR 3B, which is Qrmp scheme, he can file GSTR 1 also quarterly. Now, if he is filing GSTR 1 quarterly, how will the front party get the credit? So, government told, supposedly for April, May and June, April and May, he can go ahead and disclose the invoices for which the front party wants the credit, and he will go ahead and do invoice furnishing facility, one facility made available for the people who are going for quarterly return. So April month ke liye I will do invoice furnishing facility, May month ke liye I will do invoice furnishing facility, June month mein whatever in details I have not furnished in the invoice furnishing facility, I can go ahead and show in GSTR 1. Always remember, whatever you show in invoice furnishing facility or GSTR 1 goes to the front party ka GSTR 2B, 2A, and then GSTR 2B is created. Always remember, GSTR 2A is updated on a constant basis. However, GSTR 2B is your actual eligible credit which you are eligible to take. GSTR 2B is created as on 14th, and whatever is appearing in GSTR 2B is your eligible credit. Everyone, April month ke liye IFF you will do, May month ke liye IFF you will do, June month ke liye you will go ahead and do GSTR 1 for on 13th, 13th and 13th. Now here, always remember one thing, invoice quarterly return is allowed if your turnover is less than 5 crore, less than equal to 5 crore, and you will have to file your GSTR 3B 22nd or 24th after the quarter ends. Sir, in April you will disclose B2B invoices, May month you will disclose B2B invoices, but maximum how much can be disclosed? Up to 50 lakh rupees, invoice value up to 50 lakh. And June month ka return when you are filing GSTR 1, you can disclose June month ka B2B, and April and May ka B2C which you have not disclosed, plus June month ka B2C also you can go ahead and disclose. Basically, whatever invoices for that quarter you have not shown in IFF, all the other invoices you can show in the GSTR 1. It will go to the front party ka GSTR 2A, and GSTR 2A is automatically updating always. But on the next day of the IFF facility, basically see, people will disclose GSTR 1 on 11, people will do IFF on 13th, 14th ko GSTR 2B is created, and a person will take the credit on the basis of always GSTR 2B. I hope everyone is clear till here. Now, always remember, this IFF facility is an optional facility to you if your buyers want the credit. Can we go ahead, everyone? Now listen to me very carefully. Sir, GSTR 1, how does it happen? People will go ahead and show in GSTR 1, or they will use invoice furnishing facility. It will come in your GSTR 2A. People will go ahead and file their GSTR 5. That will also come in your GSTR 2A. People will go ahead and file GSTR 6 ISD. That will also come in your GSTR 2A. TDS, TCS return, they will file. Then it will come in your GSTR 2A. If you import goods from outside India, or SCZ say some goods are supplied to the domestic tariff area, in that scenario also, whatever IGST is paid, that will come in your GSTR 2A. Always remember one thing, whatever appears in your GSTR 2A, you are not eligible to take. You have to go ahead and check your GSTR 2B, which is auto-drafted basically on 14th. Every month when it gets over, next month 14 May GSTR 2B is auto-drafted. In GSTR 2B, all your ITC detail will be there. Basically, all the details of outward supply which are furnished by the supplier in GSTR 1 or using invoice furnishing facility or GSTR 5 or GSTR 6, all the invoice details will be there. Plus, whatever IGST you have paid on importation of goods or taking the goods out of the SCZ, you have paid IGST, all those details will be there in your GSTR 2B, and you will be eligible to take the credit. Are we clear, everyone? Listen to me very carefully. People file GSTR 1, people go ahead and do invoice furnishing facility. It comes in your GSTR 2B. GSTR 2B is your eligible credit. Now, GSTR 3B is your monthly return where you will go ahead and show what is our output tax liability. Use your GSTR 2B ka credit, and remaining amount you will make the payment, and you will file your GSTR 3B. I hope everyone is clear. Other than GSTR 3B also, other people ke liye other returns are there which are given below. NRTP goes ahead and file GSTR 5, and the GSTR 5 ka due date is within 20 days after the end of the month, or if they have taken registration only for 15 days, once 15 days gets over, within the next 7 days after the last date of the validity, whichever is earlier. NRTP does not have to go ahead and file any annual return. OIDR ke liye GSTR 5A is there, and OIDR will go ahead and file by next month ka 20th. Right, everyone? An annual return is not required. They have been exempted. ISD will go ahead and file GSTR 6, and GSTR 6 is to be filed between 10th to 13th. Between 10th to 13th, and they also are not required to file any annual return. TDS deducted GSTR 7 by the next month ka 10, and they are also not required to file any annual return. TCS collected GSTR 8, monthly statement to be filed by 10th of the next month. Answer, their annual return is not there, annual statement is there, which is GSTR 9B. Are we clear till here, everyone? Always remember one thing, if you don't go ahead and file your return on time, section number 46 says non-submission of return on time, notice will be issued in GSTR 3A and you will be required to file the return within 15 days. Non-filing of return within 15 days of the notice under GSTR 3A, best judgment assessment under section number 62 will be done. 62 will be done. Can we go ahead, everyone? Next, sir, everyone over here, can I go ahead and file one nil return? Yes, Baba, nil return is required to be filed even if you have not done any supply. Always remember, registered person allowed to furnish monthly return for current tax period unless he will not be allowed to furnish monthly return for the current tax period unless previous tax period ka return has been furnished. This is just for your information I have written. Sir, can I go ahead and file nil return using SMS? Yes, Baba, rule number 67A says if you want to furnish your nil return, you can go ahead and use SMS facility. Just send one SMS, it will verify through OTP and your return will be filed. But always remember, nil GSTR 3B, nil GSTR 1 and CMP 08 only can be filed through SMS. Now, people were going ahead and filing their GSTR 1, but they were not filing their GSTR 3B. People were going ahead and disclosing invoice furnishing facility so that the front party gets the credit. You will show in IFF, front party will get the credit. You will show in GSTR 1, front party will get the credit. Why do you have to file GSTR 3B? Government went ahead and told, if you don't go ahead and file your GSTR 3B, I will go ahead and block your GSTR 1 and I will not allow you to do GSTR 1 also and invoice furnishing facility also. So remember, for your exam, November 22 exam, very important, what are the cases when registered person will be debarred from furnishing GSTR 1 or doing invoice furnishing facility? Earlier there were 3 clauses which were there. Clause number C now has been deleted and hence only 2 clauses are remaining and that is only the amendment over here. Earlier there were 3 clauses. Now clause number C has been deleted. So you have to remember, only 2 scenario mein your GSTR 1 or invoice furnishing facility will be blocked. Number 1, if registered person not allowed to furnish GSTR 1, if GSTR 3B not furnished for the preceding month. If I am going ahead and filing my returns monthly, last month ka GSTR 3B not filed, this month I will not be allowed to file GSTR 1, means I will not be able to pass on the credit. Government is telling, you think you are smart, we are very smart. Now, then government went ahead and told, if you are a person under Qrmp scheme, if you are a person whose turnover is up to 5 crore in the preceding financial year and you have opted for quarterly return, you will not be allowed to furnish GSTR 1 or use invoice furnishing facility if you have not furnished GSTR 3B for preceding tax period, means preceding quarter ke liye. If you have not filed your GSTR 3B, then now invoice furnishing facility also not allowed and GSTR 1 also not allowed. So what are the cases when a person will be blocked or debarred from filing GSTR 1 or invoice furnishing facility? If you have opted for monthly return, last month ka GSTR 3B not filed, this month no GSTR 1. Sir, if you have opted for Qrmp scheme, last quarter ka GSTR 3B not filed, then this quarter IFF also not allowed and GSTR 1 also not allowed. Right, everyone? This is the only amendment for your number 22 for your returns ka chapter. Next, sir, if I don't go ahead and file the return on time, first of all, tell me, section number 37, outward supplies ka detail, GSTR 1 or invoice furnishing facility now. Sir, 38, inward supplies ka detail, which is now coming in GSTR 2 or GSTR 2A or 2B. GSTR 2B, GSTR 2 you are not filing. It is just coming in your GSTR 2 or GSTR 2A or 2B. Then 39 is your monthly return. Monthly return I have already gone ahead and told you all this. And GSTR 3B is also your monthly return. First return is section number 40. 41 is provisional ITC. Provisional ITC means whatever is appearing in a GSTR 2B, you can go ahead and take it. But that is subject to the front party going ahead and paying the taxes to the government. If he doesn't pay, the provisional ITC which you have taken will not be confirmed. Are we clear, everyone? Means you can take your ITC provisionally when the front party files his GSTR 1 and it is coming in your GSTR 2B. That is provisional ITC as per section number 41. 42 is not there. 43 is not there. 44 is your annual return. Right, everyone? Annual return, every registered person is required to file annual return. Along with that self-reconciliation statement, if your turnover is greater than, aggregate turnover is greater than 5 crore. Yes, everyone, aggregate turnover exceeds 5 crore. Can we go ahead, everyone? And then we have section number 45, which is your bye-bye return from the date of order of cancellation or from the date of cancellation, actual date of cancellation, whichever is later within 3 months, you have to go ahead and pay your taxes and file your bye-bye return in case of cancellation of registration. 46, which is there, went ahead and told you about. Sir, within 15 days, you have not filed your return, notice will be given and you have to file your return within 15 days. Now 47, which is there, is talking about late fee. Everyone over here, late fee under CGST Act, I am telling you, late fee originally it was told monthly return ke liye rupees 100 per day, maximum 5,000. Similar amount under CGST Act, SGST Act also. Annual return rupees 100 per day, maximum is 0.25% of the turnover in state or union territory. However, later a waiver was given for GSTR 3B, GSTR 1, GSTR 4 and GSTR 5, where they told if you are filing a nil return, it will be 10 rupees per day up to a maximum of 5,000 under CGST and 10 rupees per day under SGST Act, maximum 5,000 rupees. Are we clear? But if your return is not a nil return, then it is 25, 25, 5,000, 5,000. Other than nil return, 25 rupees, right everyone? But this waiver was given only for GSTR 1, GSTR 3B, 4 and 5, 10 rupees, 25, but the maximum amount was not reduced. And hence, late fee rationalization was done, wherein they went ahead and reduced the maximum amount also. They went ahead and told if you are a normal person who is going ahead and basically filing GSTR 1 and 3B, if it is a nil return, 10 rupees per day, right everyone? But the maximum will be 250 only. 250 under CGST, 250 under SGST. I am telling only CGST. Then normal person other than nil return, 25 rupees per day, but maximum will be 1,000 if your aggregate turnover is up to 1.5 crore in the preceding financial year. If your turnover is greater than 1.5 crore up to 5 crore, then sir, 25 rupees per day, but maximum will be 2,500 under CGST and 2,500 under SGST. Sir, if your turnover is greater than 5 crore, then 25 rupees up to a maximum of 5,000 under CGST and 5,000 under SGST. Sir, composition dealer, whether nil return or any other return, nil return का केस में 10 rupees, other returns का केस में 25, nil return का केस में maximum will be 250, other cases में 1,000 rupees. NRTP के लिए 10 rupees and 25 rupees, same thing. Nil 10, others के लिए 25, but maximum will be 5,000. Maximum fee is not reduced. ISD के लिए nil return or other return, GSTR 6, 25 rupees. Nil or any other, both के लिए 25 rupees. Maximum will be 5,000. TDS deductor, GSTR 7, 25 rupees. Maximum will be 1,000. TCS collector, GSTR 8 is rupees 100 per day up to a maximum of 5,000. Whenever I am telling you like this, always remember this is told under CGST Act. This is told under CGST Act. Same to same amount is also payable under SGST Act. I hope you guys are clear till here. We are done with your chapter of returns till section number 47 over here, everyone. Done, people? Now, one total bakwas section, which is GST Practitioner. Everyone over here, let's go ahead and quickly revise section number 48, which is your GST Practitioner. If you can't file your return, you can go ahead and take the help of GST Practitioner. Sir, who is the GST Practitioner? A person who is practicing in GST. No, Baba, no. A GST Practitioner is a person who has been approved under section number 48 to be a GST Practitioner. First of all, who is eligible to be a GST Practitioner? He should be an Indian citizen, sound mind, not adjudged as insolvent, and he should not be convicted by a competent court. Only then he can be a GST Practitioner. Plus, these are the basic qualification, which is Indian citizen, sound mind, not adjudged insolvent and not convicted by a competent court. These are the basic qualification. Then it is educational or experience which he is required. Sir, if he satisfies any one of the following, A, B or C. A says if he is a retired commercial tax department officer under any state government or CBIC where he was working as a gazetted B officer for greater than equal to 2 years. Because of his experience, he can be a GST Practitioner, or he has enrolled as a sales tax practitioner or tax return preparer under any existing law. Means the earlier law he was a tax return preparer for greater than equal to 5 years. Because of his qualification, he will be given a GST Practitioner ka. He'll be allowed to practice as a GST Practitioner. Or now qualification, you are a graduate, postgraduate degree or equivalent in law, banking, business administration, business management from any Indian university, or you have a foreign university का degree which is degree equivalent in India, or you have passed any examination which is notified by the government on recommendation of council, or you have passed the final examination of ICI, ICWAI, which is also Institute of Cost Accountants of India, or ICSI, then Baba, your qualification is enough for you to be a practicing GST practitioner. Basically, you will have to go ahead and apply. Application goes in GST PCT 01. It will go over the account portal. Officer will go ahead and verify. Once he goes ahead and verifies everything is fine, he'll give you enrollment. Otherwise, he will go ahead and reject. If he gives you the enrollment comes in PCT 02. It is valid lifetime unless cancelled. If he rejects, he will go ahead and reject if you are not qualified basically. Now, once he goes ahead and allows you to be a GST practitioner, your name will start appearing on the GST portal, and people can go ahead and choose you as their GST practitioner. Now, if somebody goes ahead and chooses you to be a GST practitioner, he will authorize you in GST PCT 05. Once a person authorizes you, what are the functions you can go ahead and do for him? Always remember, a GST practitioner rejects. Okay, everyone, you have to remember rejects. What is R, everyone? He can go ahead and file a refund claim. He can go ahead and file. He can go ahead and file returns which are there, monthly, annual or final return. He can go ahead and file an application for cancellation or amendment of registration. R for refund, return and registration. E for e-way bill ka details he can go ahead and furnish. J for job work ka challan which is ITC 04 mein details he can go ahead and furnish. E for sir enrollment ka details which are there, any amendment or cancellation to be done, he can go ahead and do that. Enrollment which was given under rule number 58 to basically transporter, owner, operator of warehouse mein, in that scenario if any amendment or cancellation to be done, he can go ahead and do that. Then sir, C for composition, to go into composition and to come out of composition, you have to file CMP 02 and CMP 04. Those filing of intimation can also be done by a GST practitioner. T for tax depositing in the e-cash ledger also can be done. Tax deposit in the e-cash ledger also can be done by GST practitioner. And S for supplies ka detail, outward supplies and inward supplies ka detail can be furnished by a GST practitioner. However, inward supplies ka details are GSTR 2, which is currently not going, and hence outward supplies ka detail can be furnished by a GST practitioner. Right, everyone? The next one over here is, sir, if somebody wants to withdraw his authorization, then also he'll have to go ahead and file GST PCT 05. Sir, one more thing is there, that GST practitioner ka exam will be held. It will be conducted by NACIN. What is NACIN, everyone? NACIN is National Academy of Custom, Indirect Tax and Narcotics. NACIN will go ahead and conduct an examination. The examination is to be given by sales tax preparer and tax return preparer who has enrolled as a GST practitioner. This exam has to be passed by them within 30 months of the appointment date of GST. Exam ke liye MCQ based exam it is, and pass percentage is 50%. So supposingly a GST practitioner has done some misconduct, then Baba, in case of misconduct, one show cause notice will be issued in PCT 03, opportunity of being heard will be given, representation will be taken, and an order will be given in PCT 04 telling him you are disqualified for a GST practitioner. Sir, or can a GST practitioner also go ahead and surrender his enrollment? Okay, you can go ahead and file an application PCT 06 and an order will be given in PCT 07. The most important part in this chapter I would like to go ahead and say, although a C-graded type of a chapter, but please go ahead and take care of the amendment that when are you debarred from filing your GSTR 1, basically whenever you don't go ahead and file your GSTR 3B of the last month or last quarter, your IFF and GSTR 1 is blocked. Then sir, what are the various returns which are there? Please be careful. Late fee ke liye, please be little careful. Then Qrmp scheme, I have anyways gone ahead and explained it to you. Also, this GST practitioner is a C-graded topic, but still be careful about the eligibility and functions of a GST practitioner. Right, everyone? I will go ahead and close my revision, complete revision on the chapter of returns over here. Congratulations, people. A C-graded topic, but a 3 to 4 mark question can be asked. We will close all our revision for the chapter of returns over here. Have a great day, everyone. Take care. Bye, guys.